Are you constantly battling against societal expectations and stereotypes in your role as a business leader? Do you feel pressured to conform to traditional norms that don't align with your style of leadership? Are you seeking ways to assert your unique leadership identity amidst all of these challenges? Hi, this is Mommy N, your Mommy Negosyo. And if you answered yes to any of those questions, then you are in the right place because in this video, I'm going to tackle how to overcome societal expectations and stereotypes in business leadership. Here are 5 tips to carve out your path and to embrace your authentic leadership style. Number 1, acknowledge and challenge stereotypes. Number 2, cultivate your unique leadership style. And number 3, build a supportive network. Number 4, educate and communicate. And number 5, be a role model for change. Without further ado, let's discuss each tip on how to overcome different stereotypes and expectations when leading a business. Starting with tip number 1. Acknowledge and challenge stereotypes. We don't live in a perfect world, right? So it's best to acknowledge the stereotypes and what society expects how business leaders should be. Now, why is this important? Well, recognizing these barriers is the first step in overcoming them. So, reflect on the stereotypes you've encountered and challenge their validity. Understand that different ways of leading are helpful and are all important. Now, how do you feel about the thoughts people have about business leaders? Let's talk about Ami, who owns a party rental business. She's known for being kind and thoughtful in how she runs things. Even though people had certain ideas about how leaders should be, Ami showed that being different can still lead to success. Ami had some tough times as some people did not think her unique ways of doing things would work. But she stayed true to herself and showed that it's okay to be different. In the end, Ami proved that being yourself can help you succeed, no matter what others think. So let's now go to tip number 2. Cultivate your unique leadership style. We are different from one another. Instead of trying to be who you're not, develop and embrace your special way of leading. Being yourself as a leader earns real respect and loyalty from others. So find out what you're good at and what matters to you as a leader. And then stick to those strengths and values, even if they're different from what is usual. Let's use Rena's story as an example. Rena decided from the start that she would not chase just after money in her business. Instead, she always makes sure that her business practices are good for the environment and for the people she serves. Even when others pressured her to focus solely on profits, Rena stayed true to her values. She worked really hard to make sure everything her small business did was sustainable and ethical. And because of Rena's commitment, her business not only succeeded, but also gained the reputation of being trustworthy and responsible. And she found that her customers were not just customers, they were loyal supporters who shared her values. Now that's worth emulating, don't you think so? Moving to tip number 3, build a supportive network. To thrive, it is important to have people around you who support you. And being part of a group of like-minded individuals can give you advice and keep you motivated. So start by looking for mentors or joining groups where you can learn from them. These connections can offer valuable guidance and encouragement. Moreover, building a network of peers who share your vision and values can provide a sense of community and solidarity. So remember, surrounding yourself with a supportive network can make a big difference in your journey towards success. Let's talk about Mildred, a friend of mine who owns a landscaping business. Being a business owner and how she runs it often made her feel alone. And other people, especially her loved ones, would expect that she can handle everything with ease, right? Oh, she said, if they only knew Mommy N, she told me. Whenever there are problems, she would feel unsure about how to move forward. Sometimes all she would need was support and a listening ear. So I suggested that she connect with other Filipino business owners for support and guidance. And that's what she did. Through this network, Mildred found mentors and friends who empowered her to lead with confidence. She realized she did not have to follow old beliefs about what women should do. Got that? Good. Let's carry on to tip number 4. Educate and communicate. Transforming stereotypes is all about getting people to understand each other better. And that starts with some good old-fashioned conversation. Here's what you can do, and it's nothing fancy. Whether it's at a public talk, on social media, or in a business meeting, share your leadership wisdom and stories. Who knows? You might just inspire someone to see things from a whole new perspective. You might get inspired by somebody like Joyce. She's another coaching client who operates an events place. Joyce talked a lot on social media about how she leads inclusively. She loves to share tips and stories about why having different types of leaders is important in the events industry. She also offers coaching sessions where she helps event planners learn how to be more inclusive leaders. Joyce would give practical advice and encourage open discussion about making positive changes in their leadership styles. Her efforts not only taught people but also changed how others in the events industry think. And lastly, tip number 5, be a role model for change. This might sound cliche, but it's true. As a business owner, you can lead by example to inspire change. Showing others how it's done is a strong way to make a difference and to motivate them to become successful as well. Let your actions and choices speak for themselves, okay? It's all about showing that having different leadership styles work well and that it is important. So here's an example to help you understand. Angie. Angie is an architect and she runs a consultancy business. Before our coaching, she used to have a hard time balancing work and life for her team. She shared her challenges with me. She was feeling torn between her business and her team's happiness. Sounds familiar? So we discussed the nitty-gritty details and found ways to make things better. Angie changed the work hours and let people work from home. And she organized fun activities for her team. Now, even though some people were not sure about the changes at first, Angie kept going. Her team liked the new way of working and they felt happier and stayed longer in their jobs. Now, sounds like something you'd want to do as well, right? Right. So to summarize, overcoming stereotypes in business leadership means creating your own way and showing the power of diversity. You can lead with authenticity and inspire change in the business world. Remember, your unique leadership style is not just valid, it is essential. So if you're ready to learn more and to take your business to the next level, remember to subscribe to my newsletter for more insights and tips. Together, let's unlock your business's financial potential and create a thriving future for you. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, stay inspired, stay empowered, and keep reaching for those dreams. This is Mommy and your Mommy Negosyo saying, be business-minded, Pinoy!